Mighty Gazelle presents himself as a strong, powerful machine first, and then is presented as a feeble, weak scooter. Jodie Summer dances on the stars, probably trying to imply that she is a star herself also. Dr. Stewart is conducting image training, which seems to involve imagining himself somewhere else capable of certain feats. This image, however, comes crashing down at the end and reveals itself to have been an illusion. Baba presents himself as a strong, powerful person, but this is shown to be a camera trick. It's all just a movie. He asks for no peeking, meaning two things. Don't see my vulnerable naked self, my private parts, and don't see my tricks and pretend aspects to my masculinity. No peeking. Samurai Goro beats his rivals and protects civilians. However, in the end, he beats the civilian. Pico has a similar theme. He avoids the death of a civilian, but in the end kills him. The other side to good is evil. Falcon saves the life of a civilian, a baby, but executes a no-peeking moment. His private parts are revealed. His saving of the civilian is his act of masculinity. Octoman presents himself as strong and masculine, but the audience sees him as feeble, not masculine enough. Like the no-peeking theme, he doesn't want people to see the limits of his masculine role, the point at which it breaks down, and the point at which it doesn't meet social conventions. Mr. EAD makes cakes and eats them. Okay, I want to discuss the theme so far. Gazelle, Baba, Octoman, and Pico's movies are mainly about how strong they are. In all of them except Pico, the show of strength gets cut down, undermined, or shown to be not entirely as it appears. This carries on to Dr. Stewart. They want only a specific image of themselves to be seen. Dr. Stewart seems to actually believe that image himself and forget the things the image is covering. I think that's enough. I'll continue now. James is a star. However, his well-constructed act fails and is not approved by the observers. Billy is a father who sacrifices himself for his child. Kate is admired by an audience, but unlike other profiles, there isn't an accident or blunder. I would claim Jodie Summer is the same kind of profile. She dances and behaves in a certain way, but is not interrupted by a blunder. I think this is specific to the female characters. Princia Remote, for example, is exactly the same. She dances in an ethereal, dreamlike space, like Jodie. They're both surrounded by glittering stars. Kate is a star also, but as a celebrity. All three of them offer a little smile or wink to the viewer, and their performance is not interrupted. Zoda makes a dark version of EAD, a sort of Wario, with the aim of conquering the world. Why does he want this huge extra body to conquer the world? Why doesn't he conquer it on his own? This new body is so big and strong that presumably physical strength is what he wants. He wants a body that can be an extension to his own, and allow his own to have more power over the physical world. However, due to an accident, the body falls on top of him and precisely does the opposite. It doesn't extend Zoda's control over the world, it limits it further, incapacitates him. Jack Levin is admired by his audience. He is, I think, one of the few male characters whose fame or role is not undermined. Whereas other characters aren't pop stars in-game, his role is that of a celebrity on stage. Why? The game describes him as being popular due to his youth and his physical appearance. Unlike other male characters, he isn't presented as being strong or powerful. I claim then that what makes him popular is that he doesn't tend towards powerful muscles, traditional masculinity, but towards the slenderness and prettiness associated to femininity. I think this is why he and the female characters don't blunder their performance, because these feminine traits are fully embraced by the audience in this game. James McCloud attempts something similar. He is a star on a stage. He dances like Mick Jagger, the way Jack was a reference to Jumpin' Jack Flash. However, the star explodes in climax and James can't handle it. He is revealed to have been faking it, performing. He wasn't really a star. He wasn't one with stardom. Jack explodes with the explosion. He is a star. Bio-Rex, like Dr. Stewart, is hiding from certain realities in his life with fantasy. He thinks he is the predator, but he becomes the prey. With Bio-Rex, the fantasy has something to do with preparing food to keep your body strong. The preparation of the food is also masculine. He roughly stomps around his kitchen, tearing pieces of meat from the ceiling hooks. Dr. Stewart's fantasy was about flying, being a bird up in the sky, instead of a creature down on the earth. He fails, however, and becomes an earthly creature again. The female characters, however, dance in an empty space, or in the sky itself. Jack is a star. Stewart jumps towards the sun. Baba jumps towards the sun. But they both fail. They are not the sun. So what is this desire for male characters to become the sky, and feminine characters to be the sky?